Back to this week's Leadership Perspectives interview. We're talking with named Medal of Honor recipient, retired Army Captain Mike Rose. The medal will be presented for actions taken during a Special Forces mission in Vietnam in 1970. Then Sergeant Rose was an Army medic. In this photo from 1971, he's receiving the Distinguished Service Cross for the same actions just later that year. And those actions led him to be named as a recipient for the nation's highest honor for valor in combat. Captain Rose will join a very select group of Americans.
CIA was operating, having an operation north of a town or a city called Chavano in Laos. And it wasn't going very well, my understanding. So they wanted to have a distraction. So they contacted MACSOG to put us into that area, which was actually beyond our authorization.
Okay, let me stop you here to say you were a Green Beret medic.
Yes.
And these were special forces that you were being inserted into this place. 16
Americans and about 120 mountain yards.
Okay. Those are Vietnamese tribesmen, tribal fighters.
Well, yeah, they're the native. The analogy would be the native population, because the Vietnamese, my understanding, didn't arrive into Vietnam until they were kicked out of southern China by Kublai Khan in the 1200s or something like that. Anyway, so our job was to go in and to create a distraction so that NVA forces would be pulled south of that or away from that CIA operations. Yeah. Now that's what that's it in a nutshell. Well, we got inserted, and right away, coming in, we started taking fire, and we were in constant contact for the next 4 days.
Okay, and when we say contact, that is a really nice word for in constant combat?
It means you're getting shot at, yes.
Okay.
And they're looking for you.
There's any number of things, I don't want to say, well, what was that like? And which is a small question that covers a lot of territory.
Well, the sound on a helicopter, to me, if you ever see the first 30 minutes of Saving Private Ryan, that popping, to me, being inside a helicopter when it's taking rounds, it sounds like you're popping popcorn. I mean, you know what it is, but it's not popcorn.
So you were under heavy. Now you guys were inserted via helicopter. Is that correct?
Yes, Marine Corps, because they needed heavy lift for the range. Yeah, and they were Sea Stallions, I believe. Marine Corps twin double-bladed large helicopters, and you exit through the ramp, the rear ramp. And I might add that the Marine Corps put us in, and they kept trying to come back for 4 days. And one of the things I always want to point out to people is that when you talk about rivalry between the services, that's when you're talking about the Army-Navy game or a bowling match or a golf game or something like that. But when the rubber meets the road, and you don't care if they're Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, Navy, they're member of the Armed Forces of the United States, and if they get in trouble, we're coming, and we don't leave them behind either.
That's a small number of people. What is it like to be one of them?
It's just not. See. Let me put it in perspective. Okay. I always thought it was a privilege just to be allowed to be a member of the United States Armed Forces. And then to be able to serve in Special Forces was another perk. Yeah. And but to be recognized at such a level is just, I think back of those 4 days, and when you read the requirements for that medal and what I think I did, I think that if I had done anything less than what I did, I would have failed. And I don't think I did anything in my own mind extraordinary. In fact, I only fired my weapon on 2 occasions, and in one, at the end, I actually handed my weapon off to somebody because somebody went down. So when I look at what the other guys that were with me, they were right there on the front. You know, they were standing in that shield wall. They were the ones that were putting down the fire for us to move, and they were the ones that leading those. And not only the Americans, but those Montagnards.
Yeah.
The courage that I saw these individuals do warranted all kinds of recognition, and in my mind, probably more so than what I did. I mean, that's what I think.
Yeah. Well,
so and I'm not trying to.
No.
When people ask that question, it's just I really don't have an answer, because it's something that you can't. Nobody goes out. You know, I hear people use the term sometimes. He's a winner of the. Military awards are not. It's not a contest. It's not like the Olympics. You don't go out with the intention of getting recognized. Your intention is to get in there, do the job, get out, and hopefully not hurt. If you walk away, and you can still walk away, that's a good day. Yeah. And that's true today, and it was true in the Civil War or the Revolutionary War. And nobody in the military goes out to win an award. Yeah. You don't. They get awarded because you do something either for continuous long service or because you participated in some type of activity, which is like, campaign awards or combat medical badge or infantry badges. Those are because you participated in some event.
Yeah.
And I'd like to have a nice, concise answer for what you asked, but I don't have an answer, because it's I don't want to use the word. It surprises me.
Yeah. Well, sir, it's an honor to have you with us. Thank you for being here. And I don't know if congratulations is the right, but we're honored for your service.
I would like to say one other thing. People have to remember there were 16 Americans, 15 other Americans, and 120 Montagnards, and every single one of those fellows on those 4 days displayed incredible courage and loyalty and honor that would make anybody who was aware of what went on those 4 days proud to be associated with that group of people. Captain McCarley and all the other guys that were there, they were just fantastic individuals, and I credit them for me getting back alive, along with the Marine Corps and the Air Force and the A1E pilots. Without all of those fellows, that mission would not have been as successful as it was.